Good morning, Mara. It's Sunday, and in case you haven't heard, later this week you'll need to sign up for your classes for next term. The catch is that every other student is going to be doing the same thing, and each class only accepts a limited number of students. Especially as a freshman, to get the classes you want, you'll need to plan ahead. So, let's get started. First of all, you want to go online, log into your university account, and find your enrollment time slot. This is the exact day and time on which the enroll button becomes available for you to click. Whatever else you would normally be doing that day at that time has got to take a back seat to signing up for classes. You should ensure that you're completely free at a computer with reliable internet at least 15 minutes before your class sign-up time. I have literally seen people get waitlisted for classes because they were 30 seconds late to their time slot. So know your time and be prepared. Pro tip, students are typically given a place in this enrollment time slot queue based on how many credits they have so far completed in college. So if you haven't done this yet, now would be a great time to call the registrar or your academic advisor and just check that your AP and IB credits from high school have transferred over to your college and that they're counting those towards your total when they decide where to place you in the time slot queue. Once you know your enrollment time, you need to figure out what you're looking for out of your classes next term. This is a time when it's really helpful to have a general 4-year plan outlined for all the classes you want to take between now and graduation senior year. In particular, it's helpful to know what core classes you still need to complete, where you're at in your major, and if you're looking to do a minor or pre-professional track along the way. These course checklists for each different program can serve as a guideline and a starting point when you're picking out classes for next term. You can learn all about the different classes your college offers in 3 primary ways. The first step is reading the descriptions in the online course catalog. These descriptions give you all the vital info on the course, what department it's listed in, when and where it meets, what the prerequisites are, all of that good stuff. It can also give you a general, broad idea of the tone of the course and some of its major themes. But the course catalog will also lead you to the second primary way of finding out about a course, contacting the professor who teaches it. Each course listing will have the professor's name right next to the name of the course, and you can reach out to that professor using your university email. Generally speaking, professors are going to be pretty forthcoming with information about the courses they teach. Sometimes they'll even be happy to share a whole syllabus with you. So even if you never end up taking the class, you still have access to the complete list of the readings. And if you do end up taking the class, great! You just made an excellent first impression with the professor, establishing yourself as a curious and motivated student. This first impression will make a world of difference if later on you're trying to get bumped up off the waitlist into the class or get around the prerequisites and enroll for it anyway. And of course, it can't hurt your chances of getting a high grade or a letter of recommendation later on. Finally, the third way to find out about a class you're interested in taking is to ask people in your social circle. Now, of course, as a first-term freshman, many of your classmates will be just as inexperienced with these classes as you are, but that's okay. Upperclassmen, like your TAs or your RA, can be a great resource to reach out to. They can share with you their experiences taking this class or a similar one with the same professor and give you a good sense of what it'll actually be like day to day. Of course, you can also go online to sites that rate professors and classes and get a sense of what people are saying there, but as always with this kind of hearsay, take it with a grain of salt. Those sites can definitely be useful, but you want to look beyond numerical ratings or visceral reactions and get a sense of what the underlying causes were. Opinions about different classes and professors are really subjective, and what one student hates more than anything else could be the exact thing that another student is looking for out of a class. One way or another, once you've got a good sense of what the deal is with each class, you want to try and select a balanced course load from all the available options. This is actually a lot harder than it sounds because you aren't just balancing one thing. Yes, of course you want a good variety of subject matter, not all science classes or all humanities classes, but there are also other aspects to consider. Perhaps you want a mix of easier and more challenging classes, classes for your major and classes you're taking just for fun. And of course you have to avoid any scheduling conflicts, whether between one class and another or with any of the existing time commitments you may already have. There's no one right schedule that will work for everyone, but making informed decisions and taking on a balanced course load can help you find the schedule that works best for you. And of course, to avoid any snafus on enrollment day, I recommend selecting at least one alternate option for each course you plan to enroll in. This helps you react quickly and decisively if it turns out that one of the classes you were looking for is full by the time you go to enroll in it. You can even designate these alternate choices ahead of time through the online portal, adding them to your shopping cart of course selections just as you did with your top choices. And that way, when your sign-up time slot rolls around, all you'll need to do is click enroll. I hope you found it helpful, and I can't wait to hear what you decided to take next term. Good luck, have fun.